We are going to do a drywall penetration test with some of the most common home defense calibers there is, starting with 9mm subgun, handgun, 12 gauge shotgun, 300 blackout, and 5.56. So we have 4 ballistics gel blocks, and I have made some drywall facades that actually have insulation in them to pretty much be the worst case scenario if you completely missed a round in a self-defense scenario and you went through a wall and there was a loved one or someone else or neighbor on the other side. So this is going to be demonstrate basically the worst case scenario and the penetration for all those. So we have a few different types of ammo we're going to test out. 12 gauge birdshot for all the FUDs out there. I think that's good enough for home defense. Critical defense is probably gonna be the most common for most people. And then we have some personal defense, federal premium. That's the copper plated, good quality LE stuff, the flight control wad. And then we're gonna have 9mm and 147 HSTs, and then some 115 Blazer brass. 300 blackout, we're going to do some both subsonic, S&B full metal jacket, and then a corbon hollow point, solid copper hollow point. Then we're going to do the Hornady, just normal PMC 5.56, and then I have some Hornady black 75 grain interlock that is specifically meant for short barreled ARs like this. So I figure most people are going to be using the short barrel AR for home defense. So might as well use something that's perfectly suited to that and see how we do. Got our gel blocks in here, got them saran wrapped and everything. I've had them for a couple weeks now. Those are just frozen water bottles to help freezing and help to transport them here nice and cold. Didn't calibrate them, but I have tested one with 300 blackout in 22, and it's pretty gnarly, but I think they're pretty close to the standard, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be using some number 6 birdshot first. Going to test that out about 5 feet away. Like I said, worst case scenario. So let's see how this goes.
You're probably wondering why I'm using a Spaz 12 for this test. Well, that's of course because I own a Spaz 12.
Yeah, as I expected. Oh, wow. Somewhat surprising results. How cool is that? All those BBs. Nice. Now we're going to do the Hornady Critical Defense Double-Aught Buck. Very common, high quality, 12 gauge ammo. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's the entrance. It all exited back there. It is pretty tore up.
HST literally couldn't be bothered by the drywall at all. Wound cavities, perfect. Couldn't even be bothered to be deformed a little bit. That is a pretty gnarly wound track. Almost identical, even with a 9-inch barrel versus a 3.5-inch barrel from the 43X.
Corbon 200 grain subsonic hollow points. Very personally curious to see what this does. You don't really see a lot of performance tests with subsonic hollow point 300 blackout. So see what it does. Hopefully we can even capture the bullet. We'll see. It's like it didn't really open up. Maybe just a little bit. You can see where it's spiraling. Hit these waters, rip through this one, but it didn't bust these ones. And unfortunately, it's in the ether.
Hello, friends. Looks like to me that pretty much every round is deadly at close range through drywall. So, yeah, be aware of where you're shooting.